it's Laifa. How are you? And yep, it is another Draw With Me video. This is not in real time, obviously. It's been sped up, so it's a bit of a time lapse, slightly. Yeah. So your girl thought it would be a good idea to join the Inktober challenge. If you've never heard of it, it's basically a challenge for artists, and they draw or use like ink for every day in October. So it's called Inktober. Obviously, I'm not using ink, I'm sketching. So mine's more of a sketch-tober rather than an Inktober. I don't know how long I'm going to keep this up. We might get to day 5 and I might be like, you know what, this is long. But I am going as the spirit leadeth me. So as I feel led, I will continue. I'm not going to be too hard on myself, because if I quit halfway through or less, look, no, I shouldn't even say that. I shouldn't say I'm going to quit. I should just try my best, isn't it? Yeah, so I'm actually quite embarrassed to tell you who I attempted to draw in this self-portrait. Actually, before I get into that, my challenge is more of a Inktober / Blacktober, because it is Black History Month in the UK, and I like to recognise that. And for my, I suppose, Inktober, I will be challenging myself to draw influential people in the Black community, role models, people within parliament, governments, people who have inspired me, people who haven't necessarily inspired me but have left their mark on this earth. And so that's my version of Inktober. And I bought myself a sketchbook, and my aim is to fill up the sketchbook. So I haven't actually counted how many pages are in this, but I have 2 A5 sizes. The other one I've misplaced somehow, but if I end up filling up this one, I will continue on the second one, which has a brown cover. This one is the black cover, but I have one that has a brown cover. So let's get into the image I'm trying to draw. Believe it or not, I know it doesn't look it, especially, I'm actually embarrassed to say, because it didn't come out how I hoped it would, because I think I just, again, got some of my proportions wrong, maybe making the nose too long, or the chin isn't wide enough and it's too long, so it doesn't really look like the person I'm attempting to draw. I might as well tell you. Naturally, I'll put an image at the end so that you will get it. Be like, oh, okay, that's where she got this image from. Because if I tell you now, you'd be like, where, how, when? Like, that doesn't even look like it. And it doesn't, but again, as I've said in previous videos, it's about practice. I'm not really sure where I'm going with this whole drawing scenario now. Like, I'm not sure if I'm trying to be an artist. I'm just drawing because it's, as I've said before, it's quite therapeutic. It's a great time to, spend time with myself and, reconnect with myself, so to speak. Like I need any more reconnecting. But for some of you who don't know, I don't know if you're coming to this channel for the first time, I recently lost somebody very, very dear to me. If you follow me, if you follow me on Instagram, then you would know already. But so I'm basically kind of doing this to find coping mechanisms, like ways to deal with life and reality and So I've, started drawing again. I've started singing again. I set up a second channel for singing. So these are just ways of me trying to express myself and put my feelings into something positive rather than self-harm or, crazy things. Because when you go through something quite tragic, it's a lot, and the mind is crazy. It just goes off on a tangent sometimes. Anyway, that's me drifting off the subject. And especially for those of you who have been watching my channel for a long time and you're like, hang on, this girl, she makes natural hair videos. Why all of a sudden is she drawing? What's going on? What on earth? Basically that's why. I'm just tapping into whatever my spirit wants to do. If my spirit wants to lie in bed all day, I will lie in bed all day, although my children won't let me. But I'm just kind of being led by the spirit. If I want to go out for a walk, I go out for a walk. When I'm trying not to be too hard on myself, because life is hard as it is. Life is pretty hard. So just trying to do things that I enjoy and tapping into these things that I used to do as a child and as a teenager. It's quite nice for me. So at this point I should tell you who I'm trying to draw, because the face is coming together a little bit more. It's actually an image of Beyonce from the Homecoming poster or image. I'll put it at the end so you get what I'm saying. But I know it doesn't look anything like her. I don't know if I did the eyes a bit too open, and I struggled a lot with the nose, the nostrils. I kind of, in this process, sort of learnt that, a beautiful woman, but she, her, not like but her nostrils are quite wide or open, or maybe it's just the angle of how the photograph was taken. And she has really beautiful full lips, but also I noticed that she doesn't have much of a cupid's bow. And I was like, I never noticed. But when you're drawing somebody's face, you start to notice these things, and also notice that her chin is quite angular, but I didn't quite get that. But yeah, that's kind of it. And I thought I would, again, I'm just using this time to just practice. So I started with a HB pencil to sketch out, the outline, and I would go into more detail with a 4B pencil where I'm adding the shading and stuff like that. So I would go between the HB and the 4B in this A5 sketchbook. So that's kind of it, really. And she has really nice, full, brows that are sometimes they're a bit untamed, but it works for her, or at least that's the look that she's it works. It looks nice. So I'm gonna stop talking now and let you just enjoy the rest of the video. So, yep, I've just slipped in the image that I was talking about. So now you get, if you don't know the Beyonce Homecoming image, I've slipped it in. Yeah, I could see where I needed improvement, but oh, it is what it is. I showed my sister and she reckons I should go back to it and do it again. I'm like, nah, I'd rather do a different image next time. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Do give me a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe if you're into like all of my content, because I can't guarantee that I'll always make drawing videos. It might just be for the month of October, and then I might stop and go back to usual schedule. But if you like me, like my vibes, hit the notification bell as well so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And until my next video, think smart, work hard, make it happen. Bye.